Hey, Yulia Tabat here, helping you create a healthy body, healthy hormones, and the life of your dreams naturally. And together with my husband, Paul Tabat, we are certified holistic nutritionist at rossumhealthy.com. So today we've got one of our clients who's just graduated our program, Health Mastery Academy, Erika. Erika, thank you so much for joining and welcome.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
So you can probably see that Erika is a healer by her background. So Erika, let's talk about your journey. I know when you reached out and you talked to Paul, to my husband, you had a lot of things going on and they were kind of like holding you back. So hormonal challenges and energy issues. So where were you before you reached out to us?
I had just finished a round of HCG, which is a protocol where you inject your body with HCG hormone as a way of trying to release excess weight. And it's a very, very restricted diet. So yeah, I should really speak about hypothyroid, estrogen dominance, adrenal fatigue, chronic constipation, just heaviness, lethargy, depression every day, which also created, I realized, a lot of fearful thoughts, not really wanting to participate or be out in life, connecting with other people just beyond my healing practice. I'd become quite a bit of a hermit. Also joint pain. There are a lot of peripheral issues as well. Besides just the hypothyroidism and the Hashimoto's. So the first week, within the first 3 days, chronic constipation, gone. Joint pain, gone. Foggy brain, lifted. Was able to release caffeine, which was huge. I mean, if I just added up all of the money that I've spent on clean energy drinks or, really nice organic teas, but were loaded with caffeine, I mean, it would be ridiculous. So all of that was able to be released and eliminated within the first week. And I was really lucky because my husband, Mike, decided to go on this journey with me. He said, I'm going to do it with you. We're going to do it together. We're going to see what happens. And we both noticed an immediate change in our energy, so much so within the first week that Mike looked at me at one point and said, we're never going back to any other crazy or limiting diet or nutrition plan ever. This is the best it's ever been.
That is amazing. And that's you joined. You went on this journey together, Erika. And, as you're talking about it, I totally relate. First, I had very similar issues to what you had before you switched to this lifestyle. And it was also in a matter of days that I noticed the difference. And that lightness, that joy, it seems like it's always been your natural state, but you lost it. You got disconnected from it. And when you get it back, when you claim your life back and you're that joy and that energy and vibrancy back, everything changes. And you never, ever want to go back to that diseased life that you had before, right? So did it motivate you to keep on going, to keep on doing this?
Totally. It's so exciting. And I mean, even as an energy worker, what I was doing was just taking whatever energy vitality I had in a day and just putting it into my practice. But then there was none left for the rest of my life. So my energy levels really increased dramatically. And then what I noticed because of that was my practice got busier. So it was like all of a sudden my whole frequency was tuned to this different channel. And I felt so much more open, so much more energized. Whereas before I could maybe only work with 3 clients a day, I was able to work with 5 clients a day. And I mean, unbelievable changes and unbelievable external shifts that really, once I look back at the whole journey, I can see that as my energy shifted, everything else in my life shifted as well, which is absolutely magical. It's another benefit of getting healthier.
And that's so awesome, Erika. And you're right. And especially for us as world changers, leaders, coaches, it's so important to be in a place where you can help more people. And like you said before, your life changes. And as a result of that extra energy that you've got, you feel like going out more, you feel like networking more, you feel you start to, things just start shifting in your life. You start to attract clients, so you're generating more income as a result of this. And I'm sure has your relationship changed as well, because you were doing it together?
Yeah, I actually asked my husband, what have you noticed? I wrote it down because I didn't want to forget. What have you noticed about, how I've changed? Because I have my own perception, but he said, you have more consistent moods. You're more open to things, both emotionally and intellectually. You have so much more energy and vitality. You're more engaged. You're more present. You're just having a healthier body and healthier mind. It's like we have more energy to do things together. He said he noticed that I was more positive and hopeful about life and the future and what we were going to create together, and just more engaged in the relationship. So another amazing transformation just from shifting my health. It's totally changed my relationship. We're doing everything together. If one of us feels like we want to go back to an old food that we used to eat, we have the support of one another to say, no, let's do something different, or let's take that recipe and see if we can make it raw. And doing things together, it's really transformed everything. And when he gave me that list, and then he asked me, how do you think I've changed? I said, it's really the same list. It's all of those things. Less moody, more open, more positive, more optimistic, but more grounded, more energy. It just made our whole relationship and our life together way more fun, way, way more fun.
That is so beautiful, because obviously Paul and I have been on this lifestyle together for 12 years. It will be 12 years this year. So I can totally relate. And like you said, Erika, people usually find energy. I mean, it can be a challenge, but they will find energy for work. But when they come back home, they're not present for their partners. They're not there for their kids if they have kids, and they're not as present and energetic and able to do things together. And then that starts to affect your life. That starts to affect your relationship. So you've changed your health, you've changed your financial situation, you've changed your relationship, all as a result of that decision to commit to yourself and to do things in a new way. So that is amazing, and congrats, Erika. So for people who are like where you were before you started, and who are doubting themselves, who are thinking, well, I've tried so many diets and they fail, and I don't know if I can do it, and I don't know if I can, commit to this, what would you tell them?
I would tell them that having the guidance and the support of a health coach is invaluable, because it's so easy for us to get in our own little mental hamster wheel about what we should do, or, oh, maybe when I did that diet, I felt better. And we get really foggy and we forget our journey. So to have someone guide you and take all of the questions out of it and the concerns, and give you a really great structured, foolproof plan is so invaluable. It just was so helpful. And then the other thing I would say is, don't hold an expectation of being perfect, that everything has to be perfect, or go into it with, if I do this, I could never have cooked food again. And this is it, I have to be really rigid. Because what I found was that it's not about rigidity. And Paul gave me great tips for when we do go out on date night and we do go out to a restaurant. So you don't have to live like a hermit and never socialize again, or never go. There are all sorts of great things that we can have when we go out. And what we find is actually a lot of the old foods that we used to love to go out and eat and celebrate with, they just don't do it for us any longer. And so we've changed sort of all of our restaurants and our go-to places. So my point is that everything is doable. It's all changeable. It's amazing to me how rapidly your body and your energy will shift when you give it the right foods. And don't approach it from a weight perspective, because the weight loss will follow. So on my program with Paul, I dropped a dress size. which had been, it was like impossible. It felt like before that. And now I have enough energy that we've actually hired a personal trainer to start training us so that we can really get into shape and feel even better in our bodies. Now, before I started working with Paul, that would have just been a dream, a pipe dream. Maybe someday I'll have the energy to maybe work out. It was never happening. So don't try to be perfect. Know that everything is doable, that it just takes the just starting it, just start, and work with Paul or Yulia, work with somebody who's really going to guide you. Go with somebody who has the success that you want. And that's really what it was for me. You had already been there. You already knew. You went through the process and you came out the other side transformed. And that's what I wanted for myself. And that's exactly what I got.
That is so beautiful, Erika. Thank you for sharing this. And yes, you're right. And I can feel energy and I can feel your glow and commitment to this. And you're right. When you sort of like discover the way you were living before and foods that you were eating before, somehow they lose that appeal, because not only your body changes and your energy levels change, but also your consciousness, your perception of your body and your awareness of your body and life. So I can imagine for you as a healer, this is the most perfect path that you can ever commit to, because you can really channel that amazing energy into your work. So that is totally beautiful. And even if you're not a healer, you're watching this and you're not a healer, you just want to have an energy and having joy in what you do in life, it will definitely change it. So Erika, thank you so much for joining, and I'm wishing you more glow, more fitness, more wellness, more love, more connection, more clients. And I know things just when you live in this space of energy and abundance, things change and you really start to attract different things into your life. So thank you so much for coming here to share this journey with us. And for anyone looking to get help with transforming your hormonal health and getting your weight dialed in, and also restoring your energy levels, addressing other health challenges that you're going through, do the same thing that Erika did. Book your 15-minute call with us at rossumhealthy.com/apply, and let's create a strategy for you to help you move forward. Erika, again, thank you so much. Wishing you the best on every single level that you want to experience in your life. And let's connect again. Let's keep in touch.
Thank you, Julia. It was so great to be here. Thank you so much.